Long time ago, Shakespeare said, "Life is a stage where you have to act," unquote. So, let me open the curtain and start Act 1 of my story now, ladies and gentlemen, and honorable judges. I have a friend named Bill Henderson, who has been my role model of a gentleman for many years. In the days of Margaret Thatcher, I was working in the city of London, where I was introduced to him. First, he invited me to Glyndebourne. "What's Glyndebourne?" I asked. "It's an opera concert in the garden. You've got to come in long dress and black tie." "What's on then?" "It's Ariadne upon Naxos." "What?" I couldn't catch a word. "It's an opera by Richard Strauss. You'd better buy a record at HMV and listen to it beforehand." "Okay, I will. But what's HMV?" "It's a record shop of His Master's Voice." By this time, ladies and gentlemen, I pretty well disclosed my level of civilization by not understanding at all A. Glyndebourne, B. the opera title, and C. His Master's Voice. I was beginning to feel so small, feeling like a barbarian coming from the country of the rising sun. Moreover, when I told this story to my wife, who is a music major, she looked down upon me with disgrace, which hurt my fragile pride of a man for many years. Now, Act 2, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you what kind of a man he is. He studied at Winchester, a public school as good as Eton or Harrow, then at Cambridge. With his knowledge of Oriental studies, he joined Shell Petroleum and started working in Hong Kong, then moved to Shell Japan. While in Tokyo, he studied Bushido. In 1980, he successfully made an early semi-retirement in Dorset, southern England, a few hours' drive from London. When I was invited there, I found him working, gardening roses for love, farming vegetables for salad, hens for eggs, dogs to walk with, and a horse to ride. It's a perfect life for a country gentleman. But he still goes to London for business, but only a couple of days a week as a corporate advisor, which suggests that British gentlemen never work full-time from 9 to 5 o'clock, 5 days a week. When Henderson comes to London, he always stays and dines at his club, named the Oriental Club, where they serve the best dish of Indian curry, which, by the way, I still miss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Act 3. Brits are proud of their traditional festivities. Henderson invited me to such events as Wimbledon tennis tournament, Henry Regatta boat racing, and Royal Ascot horse racing, but he never invited me to the most popular event in UK, that is, FA Cup final soccer match, saying it isn't a gentleman's event. So I asked, "Why? Do gentlemen ever fight in their lives?" Then he answered, "We learn how to fight in the school playground by practicing rugby, but not soccer. When there comes a real enemy, we are the first one to fight in the front line. That's our duty called noblesse oblige. Then he paused and said with a smile, we also need to fight to protect the weaker gender of mankind called women, her, unquote. Here, I see the spirit of medieval knighthood. I also see a good example of noblesse oblige in the recent news that Prince Harry, the second son of Princess Diana, volunteered and fought in the battlefield in Afghanistan against Al-Qaeda. So I'm gladly taking my hat off to this small island nation called Britain, where they have preserved the medieval knighthood and gentlemanship up until today in the 21st century. However, this medieval knighthood and gentlemanship are not the monopoly of the British. Remember, please, we had the same value and idea called Bushido in this country too. Where has Bushido gone today? Do they not teach Bushido at school today? Henderson indeed reminded me of Bushido, which we have somehow forgotten for some time. But is it not about time to remember, restore, and revitalize Bushido in this country today? Thank you for your attention.